Okay, so we are back with another React video. I'm just gonna get straight into the thing. A lot of people I noticed were mentioning a 0 GEO run, and it was like a task thing, so I looked it up, and I'm
I'm Jarlyk, and today I'd like to share with you something very special.
Okay.
So,
it's going right in.
Doing a run where we get no GEO and defeat the radiance. And if you've watched some previous videos, you might know that I've done a 0 GEO run before. Okay. And in that run,
before I go any farther, I just want to say this is a fresh new experience for me. I still love Hollow Knight very much. I'm right in the current of my first playthrough of Silksong. But yeah, I'm doing a quick react because I know a lot of people were asking for it. And I hope you guys enjoy. Just getting that out there. This is also Jarlyk, I think. That was like the one that showed up. And I hope you guys enjoy the reaction. I'm just doing this fresh.
We just did a regular ending.
All that stuff.
And it went pretty well. It was pretty fun. And a lot of people responded in the comments saying, "Ha, that was great. Now do it with Gathering Swarm." And I got to thinking, you know, maybe that's actually possible. I've played with Gathering Swarm before, and I've noticed that sometimes the GEO kind of orbits around you.
And apparently the whole goal is just to not have any money when you do this, right? I'm also gonna put my double a little bit there so we can actually see the timer
without picking up any GEO. So let's give it a try.
So trying to beat Hollow Knight.
Go grab Fury here
without,
and let's do a little
test. Why did you wait? Dude, why did you do that?
See, we're kind of able to dodge it, and hey, we got a stable orbit. And really, that's really the critical thing that makes this possible. Because there are definitely times where the knight doesn't have control. And during those times, we need to make sure GEO doesn't hit us.
It's kind of hard to talk when he's talking too, because I don't want to interrupt him or anything, but
these stable orbits.
Okay.
So now we're just going to make our way through Dirtmouth, the usual type of early game stuff.
Okay.
You might have noticed that we got Fury, which might seem a little strange, because normally Fury's not very optimal. But,
yeah, doesn't it, like, if you have, like, what was it? You need to have, like, less attack, less health, and then you do more attack with it or something?
We are going to do a skip where we skip VS entirely and go directly through the boulder.
What?
But before we do that, we're going to go grab a bench down here.
Okay. So,
which will require fighting the Aspen Arena.
So you're able to...
And if you know the Aspen Arena, you know that the Aspens drop GEO. So this should be interesting.
Okay. And this is apparently a task.
We gotta dodge it, we gotta hit the double spike.
Right? This is a task, right? Yes, it is a task. So it is, and it is all just inputs put in through a computer, not AI. It's a system where you manually put in every input.
Still dodging all the GEO.
Thank you guys for everybody who actually explained that. I got so many people telling me like, oh yeah, this is what it is. Like almost every single person, and I appreciate it a lot. A lot of people are like, oh well, since nobody else has told you, might as well make sure you know that this is what a test is. Okay, so I appreciate that. It actually made me chuckle a lot because, yeah, and those reaction videos were like 6 months ago. And I'm surprised that they got as much traction as they did, and I'm really grateful for those who did watch.
Is we take knockback from the spit, and that puts us just barely close enough to hit a 1-frame window to hit the boulder before it closes again.
Oh.
This is way too precise for humans
to do,
because the timing is not consistent. It depends on the spit angle, which is random.
And now there's GEO, so he's got to avoid all the GEO now. Really oh my.
Viable trick. Humans can do like 1 spit hits, but to do it within a period of time that actually saves time.
Those are a lot of micro jumps trying to avoid all that.
Of course, we dodge all the GEO. The GEO here is actually a bit tricky because
hold on. I know that this video is like over an hour. I know. I don't want to like take too much. But so wait, hold on. If it's possible to actually beat the boulder right there without using Vengeful Spirit, is that more optimal to do than it is to just go and get the Vengeful Spirit? Because he just showed it's possible to do. So has somebody actually been able to do that? I'm sure somebody has, right? It seems like something somebody would have done. Maybe.
Position and travel over the GEO in a way that lets us set up a nice stable orbit.
Of course, you are at 1 health, so unless you're like a god gamer like Fireborn or something like that, let's say, it would still be incredibly
hard. Make our way through these rooms.
So this is just a whole lot of micro movements, like the little like going back and forth just so it orbits you the entire time.
Standard, but with lots of
It seems like way too much.
We don't have DS, so we're going to use Eric here to do the skip.
It's like way too much for any person, obviously. Well, that's why it's a task. That's why it's a task, because no normal person can do it. But
lots of nail knockback.
is it actually possible to do it without GEO? I mean, this is a task. I mean, he did say at the beginning he did it without GEO.
For skips.
I might need to go and watch that next time.
Which does save some time, and is doable by humans, but is quite precise.
You know,
so
now
we do have a little bit more Geo coming up. We didn't hit that guy this time to get Geo, but we are going to have to still fight the Moss Knight.
that is
And the Moss Knight drops a fair amount of Geo.
okay.
The actual fight's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
But
The Gathering Storm is what makes this actually nearly impossible, because if you're doing this without GEO, you don't even have to touch the GEO, just go into a new room and it deloads. So it makes sense.
Before that, we had to kind of
Oh my gosh, he's got a friggin' Lumafly lantern literally floating around in that entire time. We don't even need to go buy it from Sly. That's how we're gonna get into Crystal Peaks. We're gonna create our lantern so we can actually. Actually, you can't, because you need money to open up the toll gate. Dang it, we could have had a whole Lumafly lantern following us the entire time. That would have been cool, but oh well.
We're just gonna head all the way to Orange here. We also don't need to grab the stag, since obviously we can't buy any stags.
Can't even buy any. Ooh, wait.
Which is part of what makes this run.
Yeah, wait, you can't. I just realized, even though this is a task, how you can't buy the Lumafly lantern. Because you can't buy the Lumafly lantern.
With Fury. We do these nice little down slashes, up slashes combos that keeps her toward the floor so that she doesn't jump too high, and keeps her in range to just keep.
What was that? Like 10 seconds?
And then we get dash, which is
people being able to defeat like when you see people do it the way they do for Hornet, you think that's like, man, this is like too much easy, too easy. I really feel bad that I'm talking over.
To fight False Knight, and you would
I
have
really
to go
feel bad that I'm
around,
talking over.
and doing all of that without dash just takes so long.
Maybe I just need to sit back.
And now,
I just gotta listen.
The next logical thing we want to go for is to get Claw. Dash and Claw are really kind of the mainstay of movement for any category in Hollow Knight. And so you'll always see those as kind of the first things that we go for. And for humans, normally VS, because normally you need that to get to dash.
Fair.
So no Geo through here, just a lot of typical movement. Fairly precise movement, but
pretty simple, pretty easy.
Can do all this stuff
simple stuff, you know. Things that normal people do all the time, you know. Just take a nice stroll through Fungal Waves. Yeah. And even though Silk Song is out now, I've yet to look at any speedrun stuff for that, because I'm just trying to not spoil myself until I can complete the game first. But I do plan to do some reacts to speedruns eventually. I don't know if I'll ever really do any speedruns of my own, because college, other things, I just don't have all the time in the world to do so. Got more of a life of things. So.
Very precise, but it is human doable. Now we have to do the Mantis skip here. We didn't get the walkback RNG, and I didn't feel like manipulating for it. I was getting very unlucky with trying to manip for it, so I just went for a little more awkward climb there. We get the early control off of the Mantis, which saves a lot of time, because normally you'd have to wait for this entire animation to complete.
Yeah, that's the reason, which I think got patched. I'm pretty sure that did get patched. I remember reading something about that.
Which is a little bit different from most routes. We want it because we don't have any other spells, and that means our damage is
that's the other thing.
And we're going to be fighting Soul Tyrant later, and Soul Tyrant without any spell damage would take forever. So Wraith is going to help with that, and then we'll upgrade it to Shriek later, which adds a lot of other damage for the late game bosses.
True. Oh, that's how we're going to get into Crystal Peaks. We need to go for Descending.
For nail upgrades is not going to be very good.
D-Dark.
So much better in every way.
D-Dive. We need to get that if we want to get into Crystal Peaks.
So we maneuver through here.
Yeah. Okay.
Jump past a bunch of
and
jellies.
I'm assuming this is also a older
do some cheeky boosts to
thing, because an older patch, a much older patch.
We actually go up the right side there, because
how
it's a
long
little bit
would
easier.
it take Like, if this is like, let's say, an hour-long speed run,
is just annoying on them.
just to go and beat the radiance, how long did it take to put in every little thing? I've wondered about that. How much patience does a person have to do every little thing? Obviously, with some of these long ones, it's like not that bad, but
and there's a lot of
lot.
drops during this.
Like a lot.
So let's see how TAS deals with that.
And now we got more
Because
GEOs.
is dropping continuously. We don't have one cluster we're dodging. We're always having new Geo coming, and so we're dodging the old cluster and also trying to keep
Trying
the
to
new
dodge
cluster
and not get hit by the new
Geo
ones, yeah.
from hitting us before we can get it to cluster up. And so we're continuously fighting these enemies and trying to get the Geo to cluster.
And it looks like there's like a little bit of time before a Geo becomes
and thankfully we had Claw
seeable,
because without
or at least, you know,
Dash, it would have
grabbable.
been pretty much impossible to do that arena, I think, without getting hit by Geo.
Yeah, I think that would have been impossible. Like all those little movements, that would have been
always
way too difficult for any normal
keeping
person.
out of range of the Geo and doing our best to keep all the Geo on one side of us. Oh man! Every time we do that, it helps the Geo to cluster up.
Yeah, you're like the testing. Every single frame is being inputted, so that means you have to go back and forth as well. Like if it fails, you go back and then try to do something else.
Still dodging the Geo. Obviously,
Holy crap! This will probably take
because that's
unbelievable amount of hours
but we do still
just
hit
to
the
do.
enemies efficiently.
Why do people do this? Why do people torture themselves?
Things to balance for this section.
It's like the same thing with the grass randomizer.
And
we're so bored for
interesting
Silk
here
Song
is
that we need to cut
we need
grass.
to get the pickup. And the pickup is actually two parts. We have the initial pickup in the air, and then we fall down. And we actually had to manipulate the Geo so that it creates an orbit while we're
Getting
picking
Abyss
up in the
Shriek
air,
before you
but that
defeat
orbit also has to transition to
Gro's
a stable
mother.
orbit after we fall.
Yep.
And now we do
That's
the Gro's mother Geo. Same deal. This one's not too bad.
Gro's mother,
Although
Gru's
there's
mother,
gonna be
however one wants to
some
say
more,
it.
Fun things to dodge with here.
Then you do that,
More
and
Geo
then
for
you're
the
dodging
children,
all
but not
those.
too bad.
Then I'm assuming you go
We
to
are gonna go
Salubra,
ahead and dip in here to get rid of the
Yeah.
Geo.
just to get rid
Keeps
of it.
things a little bit simpler. And now we're going to set up the shade skip, which is a very important thing here.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we are in full health because we had to grab the Salubra bench, so it takes a little while. But not too bad. We have
Alright, then we do
so
this
is
skip.
gonna be a pretty
This
easy
is a
shade
skip like somebody was trying to help me learn to do, but man, I could not for the life of me figure out how to do it properly
And now
unless
we're
I had
gonna
Mantis
wall
full.
cling storage across
And
the
even
lake.
then, it's like, oh yeah, this is definitely an old
used
one.
a ton
It's the
of
same.
wall-cling storage
It's the
in
same
this
wall
test.
cling storage thing, which
but,
I got taught to by a
do
lot of
use more
people,
as
and
the
I
test goes
appreciate
on.
it.
I just kind of added in where I felt like it.
So
It's a fun
I
little
am
glitch to
learning.
work with.
I am
It's
learning a
considered
lot of
not a
this.
major
I do
glitch on
like
this path.
Hollow Knight a bunch. It's really fun,
With some
and
limitations.
really, it's a game I'll probably end up coming back to
Which I'm gonna violate
eventually.
here in a little bit
Just because even though it's an
I
older
couldn't
game
be
and
bothered
Silk
to
Song is
clean it up and
out,
fix it.
gotta remember the
So we're gonna be
predecessor.
doing the
Gotta remember the
Dreamgate
one that
segment
made it possible.
And I do under
know what I'm saying?
Plats, some of the dream plats, which technically is illegal with WCS rules because of topology.
Wait a minute.
It's a very weird and strange rule set. But it's a TAS, and it doesn't take that much time.
Yeah, it is dead.
So
now that I think about it,
overlook that.
because
It's still in the spirit
Hollow
of
Knight
MG
and
for the
Silk
most
Song
part.
are now both out. This is like a random idea. I don't know if
We go
somebody's
off
done
the
it. I
edge
probably
to
should
make
look it up.
the moth spawn sooner. Very strange that it does, but hey, you work with what you got.
Is there a chance that somebody is doing
And
a
we can
play
jump up
or
and get on this
run
platform before
where
it spawns,
somebody
which is
does
quite handy.
both the games at once? Where you just play both of the games at once? You know, I know this is possible because there's like who's done it? Like there's Point Crow, there's Small Ant. There's people who have done like games side by side. Both of the controls are in the same controller, and then they just play the games. Is somebody doing that? I bet somebody's doing that right now, where somebody's playing both the games at once. And I am very interested to see if somebody's actually done that yet. That'd be really cool. But I got other things to look into first anyways. First gotta beat Silk Song, so that's gonna be, which I am streaming. So if people want to watch the streams, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's when I'm doing it. So just be on the lookout for that.
But we're gonna drop in here later as well, so we didn't bother grabbing it yet. We WCS across the room, and then make our way down.
Yeah, this is definitely an older one. When did this come out, actually? I'm gonna be curious. It came out 2 years ago. This one came out 2 years ago. And maybe I should
Take the
watch.
elevator down the city.
Maybe I should watch his other video because he
So
did
the
mention
main
the other
reason
video
we're
of him
going
doing
here
it without
is,
GEO. Yeah, I should do that too. I don't know.
We need to get dive because we can't buy the lantern.
Yeah.
We do not have access to crystal peaks.
Yep, I knew it. I knew
So
it.
to
I
get
remember
access,
some
we're
things. I
gonna need
remember some
dive to
things.
get in there.
Just don't kill Mila. All
And
you
so
do,
we're
please,
gonna
just don't
go
kill Mila. That's
the
all
way
we ask.
around.
Gotta keep
And
the
here we're
beloved
gonna have fun
NPCs that we
WCS
can.
chicken.
Well, it's a
actually make
speed
it all
run.
the
He's
way
not gonna
across
go
this
out of his
room
mood.
with
At least
WCS.
got that. Dude was flying across
And
there.
in
My
order to
gosh,
get
dude was
to
like
Sanctum,
Batman with his like
we need to
cloak.
pass
Just
through the upper spire area a little bit.
kind of funny, honestly. I'm sorry.
So
I'm
we
talking
use
too
the
much.
skip to
aren't
get
I?
up here.
Yeah, I'm probably
use
talking.
some more walking
Sorry,
storage.
sorry if I'm talking too much.
Lever.
Which some people
Thankfully,
did
the
say
lever
like
can get through the wall
it's
of
impressive that I'm able to talk
That
so
saves a
much.
fair amount of time.
And some people were like, "Would you please be quiet?"
And then
it's just
we're
like
also setting up
I don't know.
Fury for later.
I'm
which is
trying
why
to
we
do a
took that hit
reaction. I'm
there.
trying to give my actual
Another
voice in
walking
this. Like,
storage
come on.
through here.
If I don't, then I just get
Takes a
flagged
little
for
bit of
like this video being, you know, like somebody else's video. And it's just like, oh, copyright
almost
strike.
done.
Which, by the way, thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. I really
So here we
appreciate
do have to
it.
fight an enemy.
That is
We're
like a
gonna
big
get a little bit of
accomplishment
GEO
for me
here, but
in my life
it's
because I
only a
never
little
knew
bit,
if I was
and
ever
we
gonna
exit
reach
quickly,
1,000.
so
So
not too
thank
hard
you.
to
I
dodge.
do really appreciate it. I really do.
Thankfully, we
Thank
get
you
all
so
in
much.
one cluster in one jump.
And I hope to do more videos. Obviously, I do want to do more than just Hollow Knight,
And then we make our way
more
up
than
to
just
Sanctum.
Soak Song, more than just
Lots of
reacts.
fun jumps
There's a
to
lot
do
of things
through
I
here.
want to do. I genuinely want to
I
do.
always love this
And
movement.
I hope you guys are there for the ride. Hope you guys are all there for the ride. And if there is something you guys would like to see me react to, let me know in the comments below. I appreciate all
So now
comments
we
that I
make
can
it
get
to what
that are
the speedrunners
constructive or
affectionately
anything
call
like
room.
that. I really do.
But TAS has no trouble. So here we're going to grab the Spell Twister, which is going to be a very important charm for us for damage dealing.
Yeah, I guess
Unfortunately, we
that's
can't equip
good.
it yet
It does
because there's
speed
no
some
bench
things
near
up.
here. Would be very
Yeah.
useful for this fight if we could, but we'll have to use it later. Instead, we're going to be using Fury. And to set up Fury, we're also going to be going for an early
All right,
control
here comes the Dracula
So
of the
This early
game.
control lets us set up
Here
our
it
position. We
comes.
can't actually attack during it, but
Oh.
we can position ourselves.
Oh, I did not even notice there were
so
spikes
we
up
can
there.
immediately
Okay.
see some shrieks or raids, and then actually staggers Mr. Eggman here before he could even move.
Mr. Eggman.
And phase one is done.
Okay. Alright, so Fury and Abyss Shriek, or Abyss, or you know what I mean. Instantly kill the boss.
So for phase two,
You know, yeah, sure,
you might
sure.
have seen this in
Sure.
previous tasks.
Oh,
The first portion
Wait, what?
doesn't have a hitbox. And so here we're going to be mixing in raids and nail hits to finish it off.
it
pretty
looked like,
quickly.
wait, wasn't he in the, I guess he wasn't in the,
Not too difficult.
in the,
A lot of the time here is
box
just
for
waiting
hitting
the
it, I
animations,
guess, but that
honestly.
was like really, really
waiting for the
close.
spawn animation, waiting for the phase transition, waiting for this.
Alright, so now we can go Crystal Peak.
But overall, a pretty easy fight.
Easy?
But this next
Dude, it's
fight
just like-
is not going to be so easy.
Easy fights.
We
Well,
use a
it's easy when it's a
reset the
task.
room,
When it's a task,
and now
everything
we are
becomes
going
easy.
to do Soul Tyrant. And the reason we do this is that we need this soul to get Dreamgate later.
Oh.
Because we're not going to be going for Lost In like most routes would do to get the soul, to get the essence for Dreamgate. Because we're going to want to consolidate our time being spent in Basin because we don't have the ability to
I
use
get it.
stash to fast travel. So this fight does take a while because Soul
Yeah.
Tyrant has quite a bit of health, and you can see that we set up Fury there as well.
To be fair,
No,
Soul
yeah,
Tyrant
set
is
up.
not as hard as other
bounce
bosses.
around,
I have found after
get
completing the
racing
game
whenever we
myself.
can.
So, yeah.
That one is perfectly timed so that the frame before we would get hit, the raids cancels it. And we do a lot of these raids while we're on the side of the dive hitbox, which is a lot of fun. Or right below the dive hitbox and then dodge out of the way.
I mean, this is absolute
It
chaos,
ends
to
up
be
being
very
one of the
honest.
best times
But,
to do the raids.
I mean, after facing it in Godhome, it's like, you know, you get very used to fighting it. I mean, you gotta get that 112%, like, come on. Maybe I should do, maybe I see what a
And there we go. Now we're in
112%
phase two. Now for phase
No,
2,
maybe I should do like a
doesn't give us
112%
enough
speed
time to
run.
do
See what those
raids.
are like.
He's too fast. However,
Wait a minute.
we can dive. And we can actually dive through him and hit him twice, and then also hit the shockwave. Well, the shockwave basically mingles with his shockwave and hits him still. And then we get him in his perch. And no problem.
I think that was like 2 minutes, about maybe 2, 3. I didn't check the time above me, but I really, yeah. Also, it's in Japanese. I just recognize that. Definitely gotta keep that speedrunning stuff.
So, this section is a very interesting section.
Yeah.
Normally, you could try to use fake dives, but I could not get those to work.
Fake
The way
dives?
fake dives work on this patch is, depending on the state of the room, you either can do them or you can't. And it's not random, it's not regular RNG. It is some weird state, and there's no real easy way to manipulate that state.
Okay.
So, I just went ahead and decided, let's just go ahead and dodge the GEO. It ended up being more fun anyways.
Yeah.
You can see that this is a very similar situation to the arena earlier, where GEO is constantly falling.
Yeah.
Because we have to kind of get these guys out of our way, and so we're constantly having to deal with new GEO getting added to our cluster.
Well, I guess
Now we're gonna fight Norman.
the question is there any area where it's impossible? Like, is there any area that's actually impossible to dodge? Because it seems like it's always possible to dodge.
No big deal.
And I'm pretty sure the moment that you get to,
Hop right over it.
I think the moment you get to some very specific bosses, you don't even need to worry about GEO almost at all. Like, once you get to the Radiance, it's just a simple thing of dealing maximum damage
So now,
as fast as possible.
to
So,
C-dash. And
yeah.
since we can't use stags, we're just gonna have to walk there. And as
Yeah.
with the
That's like one of the
original
harsh
Zero
realities
Geo,
of
without
this.
true ending,
can't use the stag
the best way to
station.
get
The stags
there
are
is
forever
to go
unknown to the
backwards
world.
follow, which is fine.
The one is forever wandering lost
Although this
into
time, we
in
actually
the
have a little
pathways.
bit of a nice little detour we can do.
Kind of sad, honestly.
Normally, in a true ending run, you would get Elder Who while going down through Fungal, and you can accomplish that by doing a shade skip before getting Claw.
Oh, wow.
But
We're
in
going
our
backwards
case,
here.
Because we have to go back up through Fungal anyways, and here's
Ah.
a little Walkling storage.
Bunkling storage.
We
I
can
mean,
just grab Elder Who on the way back here.
A lot of these speedrunning strats are way
Which is
beyond
also
what I
nice because
think
it means
I
we
could
have
actually
rate storage too,
accomplish.
so it makes the fight
Like the
a little faster.
Walkling storage and all that jazz. I
But
do
yeah, we
think
are backwards
some of
fungal
these
movement.
things are just
This
too
movement is a little
advanced
bit
for
weird.
what I can handle. I mean, obviously,
If you're not
I've only
used
been
to
able
randos,
to do so much.
then
Who knows?
this isn't movement you'd normally see in a speedrun.
Okay, so you go for Elder Hugh.
Elder Who is not too difficult.
Elder Hugh, the pancake lord, one could say.
He's a little bit tricky,
He
but
is
we
not
can get him
that
with
hard of a
combination
boss. Wait,
rates
what?
and dives.
Didn't he just kind of go through to... Never mind, it's fine. It's
And
fine.
then
Somebody will
here,
probably say
Dream
something.
Nail,
It's fine.
And then we can get early control with the Dream Nail cancel.
Alright, so that gives us...
And then we just have to wait long enough for the essence to finish, and then we
400.
can leave.
The 400 essence, that gives us enough... Is that enough
So
for
now we
the
do our
gate?
weird
Or
sort
is there
of
something we're missing?
Wall clings and
And
jumps.
I'm
in
assuming
order
the
to get out
gate
of
is
here.
going to be used at some... Like, the Dreamgate will be used in some location. That's,
This part in particular has some very funky
Can't
jump
remember.
sequences.
You know what I'd like to see? Something I actually think would be really interesting to watch, and I won't go and watch it and do a react until somebody like says, "Oh, that'd be a good idea." The God Home. Can somebody do a TAS, or has somebody done a TAS of God Home, Pantheon
And so
5,
now,
all
we're gonna
things,
start
all
making our
the
way to
bindings?
Phoenix.
That actually has somebody done that?
You have to make sure this
I'm
room
assuming somebody has done it.
But
Like,
we can do it a
this
lot
game's
faster
been out
now
for,
than we can
Hollow Knight's
do
been out for like,
Walkling
what,
storage through here.
7 years now? Going on 8. And
actually go the low
I'm
path.
assuming with
There's
how
Walkling storage, we'll just get
starved
there in a
Hollow
nice
Knight
circle.
players were for Silksong, and with how many different things people have done, like this included, grass randomizer, room randomizer,
So here, we're actually
yeah,
gonna
I'm
grab
fairly
wax crystals,
certain.
and we grab a little soul for the dive we need to do.
I'm fairly certain
The
that
house is gonna be necessary later,
somebody's
and
done
that's
it by
a nice time to grab
no,
it.
all
because we're waiting for
bindings,
that
all
gate.
of it. I'm certain, which would be cool.
So now we can
Bye,
walk
Myla.
across there.
Bye, Myla.
There.
Yeah, and
make our
here's
way
the
nice and quick through
descending
the
dark.
peaks.
Here's the Actually, is it descending dark or is it something else?
Optimize the section. I think there's definitely some better wall cling storages that can be done.
They go by 2 names. Descending dark's one of them.
But
The first one,
it's
isn't
still
it?
pretty fast. Here we're gonna do
Something
Pog
dive?
Axe with Spog-Axe.
Something dive. Descending dive? Maybe? I can't remember. And there goes a grub.
And then fun little cycle room. We
I
just
mean,
do dark
that's like
cycle
the
through
thing
here.
about
But
speed
we
runs
can do
too.
it with a pretty efficient path through.
Like, it's always cool to see a person speed run, to see somebody do something real fast and
And
efficient
this
to
cycle,
the max.
that's a very tricky little dodge around that enemy there.
But in a
But
way,
it is
speed
possible.
running
Just have to be frame perfect.
speedrunning does kind of take away a lot of the magic
A little more
of the
WCS.
story, of the areas, of
And
it.
now we
It
get
definitely,
not quite the cycle room yet.
it definitely
Drop down
makes
here,
it more
the
about a
inventory
game
drop.
about,
We
you know,
want this
just
fast
getting
because
through
we
it,
need to head through there
rather
to
than a
get
game
T-Dark
about
later.
enjoying the experience. That's like one
And
of
now
the
we're in
only
the cycle.
things speedrunning is kind of, it's kind of like sat with
We
me a
do the
little bit,
lofty
and it's
no
one of the reasons I
fireball
don't
without even hitting
really
the
do
platform.
it. Because I'd rather
doing the damage
enjoy
boost,
the game
laser
rather
cycle
than
here.
just
But with a little
you
bit
know,
of the adjustment for the
become one of those people who's just so obsessed with, can I make time get smaller? You know what I'm saying?
And there we go.
But that's just me.
Now we
I
have
mean,
dash.
everybody has their thing. Like, some people enjoy the speedrunning, and I just enjoy watching it. I think it's really cool.
So
But for
we
me
are gonna go
personally,
and grab
it's not for me.
Descending Dark.
It really is not for me. I have found that out for myself.
later as well, but D-Dark is not too far out of the way.
D-Dark,
We actually
okay.
want to drop
So
the resting
one's,
grounds out of here.
so
Do a
Descending
little
Dark.
cheeky, bit of GEO there, but we see dash out. before
Alright,
we
one's
catch up.
Descending Dark, the other one's Descending Dive. I haven't replayed Hollow Knight at all much, so I
Textures are annoying
I
as
forget
always.
these things.
It's almost impossible to get a good cycle on these things.
Yeah.
So we
Yeah,
just
those
make it
things
through.
suck.
We
He saved the grub! He did it! Yes! Thank you!
And this is
Oh.
a fun little
Oh.
cheeky room with some
Oh.
storage through here.
Yeah. Unless you
So,
just have it
here we get to
memorized
the
and you
part
can do
why
it with your
we
eyes closed.
grab that extra health.
No, that's
So
just
if
no.
you watched the previous Hero Geo, you might know what we're gonna do here. We want to use that buggy to help cancel a lot of the waiting time for the
What?
D-Dark pickup animation. And so we lure it up here, and we wait for it to kind of catch up. And then after we're done getting D-Dark,
All right.
projectile wakes
Descending
us
Dark,
up.
he does that.
so now we can keep
Is it
going.
actually? Does it really save
saves
much when you do
so
that?
much
Like,
time.
go through all the process of trying to lure it up there. You even wait a little bit. So is it actually worth more? Maybe.
So now,
Maybe.
we want to head to
The Descending
Resting Grounds,
Dive.
because we're gonna want
I'm
to
pretty
stack
sure
there,
it's Descending
but
Dive.
while we're on the way, we can go ahead and get Zero. We don't have Shriek, but we do have D-Dark.
Okay.
So we can D-Dark him.
That was like less than 10 seconds. That was like 5.
And as before, we used the D-Nail cancel.
And
then
now
hit
we
over.
go back. Oh,
So we're
okay.
gonna do two things here.
So now we should have
We
enough,
wanna grab
right? I
this
can't remember
stack.
the actual values
And
for
we also want
everything.
to get access to Dreamwilder. Dreamwilder is an excellent charm. Probably one of the best charms in the game.
Okay, got
It
some money,
allows
but
us to
can't use
dream now
that.
more quickly, which saves time. And it basically is going to allow us to get soul
Or?
during fights.
There it
which
is.
Very good because that can let us to keep casting spells faster.
Okay,
and
so-
spells do so much more damage than the nail that anything that increases your spell casting rate is going to increase your damage dramatically. So now we're over charming with Spell Twister.
Okay. Over
And now we can
charming.
head down. And
Which
we need to
does-
get more soul, or no, sorry, not more soul, more essence. And the reason we need more essence is so that we can get Dreamgate as soon as possible.
Okay.
Dreamgate is always good in these runs, but without being able to buy stacks, it's even more important.
True.
Because otherwise
true.
you just have to walk everywhere.
It is your way to move much
You don't wanna do
faster.
that, that's slow.
But where would you put it? Would you put it here? Where it's like right in the
Getting
middle,
through here's a
where
lot
it's like
faster
by
with
the end
Dash.
game? Or would you put it in somewhere that's more in, like in the middle of everything?
And we do have to do a bit of a walk to make our way back.
A bit of a
it's
walk
not
as he
too bad.
hops like all the platforms and you know
And first
C
off,
dashes
we're
and
going
stuff. You
to
know
get
he
failed champion.
walks there. He
Which
walks.
also means we need to kill the false knight, because we didn't earlier.
Oh,
But it doesn't really lose too much time because
Why?
we have a really overpowered loadout now.
yeah.
And false knight is not going to stand much of a chance.
All right. Let's see how much.
Yep. When you've got D-Dark, false
Oh,
knight
it's
is
another
super
one of those
easy.
situations again where
We do
it's
have some Geo to dodge here, but it's honestly not a big deal. Just a few pieces of Geo, and the hardest part is dodging it while doing the D-Dark, because you have to kind of set an orbit that clears you while
And-
you're in that lift portion.
And by the way,
But it's not too difficult.
it was explained to me
This time.
how the dream
I
nail
did
works.
extra
I did
cycle
learn
on my
that.
previous
I did
runs.
learn about the dream nail stuff, which I do appreciate, guys.
But
Where you dream nail an enemy, or in this case, this guy's armor apparently, and
we
you
do
get
not need
soul,
the crest.
which I think is really cool.
So we're
And
gonna
there
reset the
goes the
room,
Geo.
because we need to go and
It's like, Father,
dream
wait,
nail to
please.
open up false champion or failed champion.
Okay.
Get a dream nail here for some soul.
Which is actually really sad. It's like that. It was like those
And
guys
now
as
we get
brothers. We just
another
went in
fun
and
fight.
killed the guy,
For this fight, we do
even
have
though he
access
wasn't
to
necessarily
D-Dark
deserving.
now,
He did attack us
which
first.
gives us a lot more damage
Well,
than we
you
had
know.
in the Soul Tyrant fight. And we can use that D-Dark to dodge his attacks pretty effectively. Because
Yeah,
it adds
and
a
then we get
ridiculous
the
number of
quick
iframes.
dream.
You might have also noticed
Yeah.
we snuck in a dream nail there.
The quick
to
dream
keep
nails.
using our spells.
Which is really cool, but also, why is it that
So here we
you
get, out
get
of the way.
soul from the armor
Get
and
a
not
second
the
dream
body?
nail.
I mean, obviously, the
Get
body's
some more
in
spell
it.
hits,
But you can actually get
another dream nail.
dream
more spell
nail
hits. And
soul
then here we're
from
actually
just the
taking a
armor,
dream
even
nail,
when
we're
it's
gonna
out.
take a hit,
Why is that?
But the dream nail still hits, which gives us enough soul to finish off the fight.
I don't know. I don't know why that is.
And now we just wait for the final tantrum.
Oh,
And then D-Dark is head.
so the other question is, what was actually in that original suit? I know there's probably a lore video about that stuff too, but I
now
do
we
know
can
that this guy, he stole the armor. That was evident from his dialogue that you can get. But why is it like this is
And we
another
need a
lore thing I need to
little
look
bit more
into?
soul still in order to get Dreamgate.
But what was actually
But
in that armor?
thankfully,
Was it another
We
grub?
saved the bench here,
Not a grub.
and we can use the one
Whatever
stack
his
that's available
species
to
is,
us.
again, I can't remember. But what was
take the
originally in
script.
that armor? Because that armor seems way too big for that guy's size. So what was originally in there?
So,
Was it like a
you
type
might
of
have guessed
beetle,
already
maybe?
that
That makes
because we're
sense,
going to
right?
the
Like a
events, we're
bigger
going to be going to
beetle?
grab Gorb.
I don't
Gorb
think...
is a nice source of soul or essence.
Are there any
Keep mixing up
beetles?
those two.
Are there beetles?
And it's not too
Not
expensive
any
to
like
get
really
there because we do
distinct
have,
beetles that I'm aware of.
C-dash.
No, stag beetle. What am I doing? I was like, wait, are there any
So,
like
down
beetle
here,
enemies? I can't
I'm
remember.
going
No,
to do
there's the
something a
stag
little bit
station for
cheeky.
stag beetles. That's
Probably
what I was
not
thinking.
optimal,
Alright.
but it was
Absolutely blew up that little
Now,
guy right
that
there.
does mean that there's going to be some Geo, and it's going to catch up to us. We're going to have to deal with that.
Well, you know, that's just a task thing though.
Not a big
so-
deal.
Not a big deal. It's just
We
it's
do
just
need some
a
trans
you know
dashes,
computer
some funky stuff there, but
inputted
it wasn't too hard
stuff.
to
You
find
know.
a path that worked.
Are we gonna go
Gathering a little bit
for?
of soul on the way because we're going to want that for the fight.
We are going for them too.
And then
Wait.
we're doing D-Dark Orb, which isn't too bad. The most difficult part is making sure we don't kill that fly.
So all
And
of
the
this
reason
is
we
just
don't
to
wanna kill that
get
fly is
the
A, it'll drop
dream.
Geo, and
All
B,
this is just to get the one
because
thing.
we need to take the damage to get an early enough control to exit.
Okay, that makes sense.
So now we have enough for Dreamgate.
Dreamgate.
And Dreamgate makes everything so much easier.
Yeah, I would imagine. But where would you put it? It's either you put it in Crossroads, right by the Black Egg, for the end game boss, or you put it somewhere in the middle spot, probably in Forgotten Crossroads, where you can just go right back to it.
And really, this is where some of the weirdness of the earlier part of the route is going to pay off.
For a moment, I thought he was actually okay. I realized he was getting it, but I thought he was actually like putting it up.
Very long fight without many spells. We do need to grab a little bit more essence because we're going to be skipping Marmu later.
Marmu?
And I'll explain why when we get to that point.
Okay,
but as a result, we actually need to get a little bit of essence from trees. We also need a little bit of soul, because we're going to be taking crypts out of here. Because that's actually a little bit faster than going all the way around. Because we need to head back down to the city.
But why do you need... But wait. You already got Dreamgates. Why do you need the essence now?
And the reason we're heading down to city is that...
I probably missed
now that we have Dreamgate, we can do our trip down to Basin. Basin is going to be where we get our wings.
Yeah,
and
that is necessary.
It's also going to be needed to get Shade Cloak.
Shade Cloak.
Once we get access.
Shade Cloak is like so good. Shade Cloak is absolutely necessary. Okay, we're putting it there.
And first, we are gonna get Hornet. And Hornet is going to give us the King's Brand. I actually get the little bit out of order.
So we're good. We're just not even going for any of the Dreamers right now.
First, it will let us do both Wings and the Abyss all in one trip, which saves us a lot of time when you can't use stacks.
Okay, so
we do the AC and acid skip here, which is
I don't think I'll ever be able to use the acid skip thing. But
here we're going to do a very funky wall cling storage, and this allows us to skip the Aspen Pogo that would otherwise be needed to skip Wings there.
Okay. That makes sense. So you need to actually... So we're going for Hornet. There's Hornet. So running away to the Silksong.
Again, having Dark is going to make this not too difficult.
So let me get this straight. We're going for all of the upgrades before we go for... We are going for all the upgrades before we even go for any of the Dreamers.
Honestly, the most annoying part of this fight is just the times that she spent staggered. Each of those staggers wastes some time because of the freeze frames. But there's not a whole lot we can do about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
There are ways to optimize that. Because
and done.
Some funky things that,
that was like 20 seconds, I think, maybe less. I'm gonna track the next fight, the next major fight, and see how long that.
It was still fairly fast.
Go into the corpse, the shedding of the Worm King. Oh, wait a moment. We don't need to go. We don't need to go into Path of. We don't need to go into White Palace, do we?
That's gonna allow us to get out of here pretty efficiently.
Do we need to do White Palace? Is White Palace actually a necessity for this? Is Path of Pain a necessity? That would be very interesting. Oh,
the timing is actually a little bit slow. I found out later that there's a faster way to do that, but time isn't necessarily the biggest factor in this run.
Is it? It's a speed run,
so
but it's more of a...
Instead of WCS, a little bit faster.
I guess it's true. This isn't really a speed run so much as it... I mean, is it? It's not really a speed run. It's just trying to not get
see because we're off the screen
like,
most of the time.
Maybe that'd be something to do. Like, make it so in the game, if you touch a GEO, you just...
to make things work.
If you touch a GEO, you just die. You know? I'm sure somebody's got a mod for that, probably. That'd be interesting.
And ultimately, we're headed down to the Abyss.
Whatever.
But first, let's get some wings.
Yeah. Okay, Lost Kin was actually
and we don't get the
a pretty difficult boss.
Because we can't afford it, since we're broke.
But, yeah, I can't afford it yet.
Now,
but, oh, we're going down here.
This room here is a little bit interesting. Something very funny happens here. Oh, where'd that Geo come from? Ah.
What?
So,
wait, where did that Geo come from? What?
That spawns in this room.
Here comes the Geo. It's like, wait!
Just crawls into spikes.
I love it. I love that these little Lumaflies are bringing the Geo, and they're like,
so we get to do this room while dodging.
We're making the Lumaflies work overtime here, and it's
it doesn't look too difficult here, but it's actually a little trickier than you might think. It's worth watching the other video I made on the behind the scenes for that because it's very interesting.
And then we go all this way over to Lost Kin. What was the point of going all the way around for this? Like, what was the actual point?
Now he's a broken vessel. Everybody's favorite boss in their casual.
Yep, time for Lost Kin and his overdose on Fanta. Which, by the way, I love Fanta. Fanta's a great drink. I think it was actually my favorite soda for the longest time. Just because I really like the flavor of orange for it. So,
we get a little bit of essence there from the balloon. We didn't manip for that or anything. I just accept the random essence when it happens.
And it's over.
Manipping for random essence is actually extremely
okay. Yep.
time-consuming.
This is definitely not humanly
it's not
possible.
something that I bothered for in this run. We are going to grab wings first because we might as well have it for the Lost Kid fight.
I always thought that. Actually, now that I think about it, I've never really considered this. Monarch wings. I would assume monarch being like monarch butterfly, maybe? There aren't really any butterflies in this game, are there?
And you might notice we're using insta-wings
There's
here,
mobs.
which basically allows us to get wings without
But there's
having
no
to dip,
butterfly.
which makes each of those jumps
Which
just a
I
little
think,
bit
well,
faster than they
no,
would
there is actually a
otherwise.
butterfly. The only
And the
butterfly
time
that
save
I
for
remember
actually
seeing
adds
is a
up quite
ghost.
bit over the course of this run.
Why are we going for more essence again?
And here we D-Dark him to death.
I'm
As is
certain
our
that
tradition now.
that he mentioned it, but why are we going for more essence? What is the actual purpose behind getting more essence?
And for the most part, we're not going for drink nails because it's a little difficult to get, so we just go between D-Darks and nail hits. Although there we did get a drink nail. Take a little bit of damage just because that was a convenient
D-Dark.
spot for it.
Just all the D-Darks in the world. You know...
Sometimes he goes across the room, which is annoying, but I didn't manip too hard for things. So we're going to keep this balloon alive, and the reason we're doing that is to exit just a little bit early. And there we go.
Oh!
Now,
Wow, that's kind of a cool thing.
you might notice
Brother!
that we have no masks. There's a funny little glitch on 1221 where if you exit that fight very early by taking damage and dying, you do not get your masks back. We actually do have full health right now. It's just a visual glitch.
Oh,
But
okay.
It's a very funny visual glitch.
I was about to say, like...
Unlike the previous task where this happened, it's going to last for a while because we actually need to go all the way down here and get Shade Cloak as well as Shriek.
Okay.
So we're going to be on 0 masks for this whole time.
You know what would have been really cool is if by doing like that glitch, you just have infinitely 0 lives, and if you take more damage, it just keeps going into the negatives, and it doesn't technically kill you. That'd be kind of funny, but you know that'd also
and
be
it puts us in a
absolutely
nice
busted.
position to get to Shriek.
Yeah, like this whole area is like packed with like good stuff in it. And while, and I do really wish there was actually more. I wish there was like actual music in this area because that'd be really cool. I mean,
It's
the
a very
vibe of
long
there
animation.
being no music fits better. It just fits better. The Shriek. Yep.
But it's worth it because Shriek does a lot of damage and it's a lot easier to work with for some of the fights.
I'm pretty sure
Radiance in
that
particular,
Abyss Shriek does the
doing
most
the
damage
D-Dark
out of
would be very
all.
awkward.
Pretty sure Abyss Shriek does
And
the most
Shriek
amount of
is
damage
gonna
out of
help
all the
make that fight
spells.
a lot faster.
So,
Plus a lot of the Dream Warriors as well.
the tendrils. But why do we keep getting more essence?
Here we get to
keep killing
show
them.
off our insta-wings
Is that a
again,
requirement? I don't remember that being a requirement.
including in the sibling climb.
Oh, hello, brothers, sisters, how we doing? Don't mind us, don't mind it. We're getting out of here real quick. Yeah, that place like really kind of freaked me out a little bit.
And now we do a quick drop. And then C-dash across the lake.
You okay? Oh, yep. Gotta get the lighthouse moving. Also, can I just say that even though the whole purpose of raising kids in Hollow Knight was to, you
And
know,
then fun fact for
seal the
anyone not aware,
infection.
once you touch that, you can immediately quit out.
Oh.
You've already got Shade Cloak.
Oh, nice.
And then while we're loading in, we can actually get control early and Dream Nail out very quickly.
Okay. Even though, like, the whole thing about
now
us,
we're
like,
getting
you know,
out here
being
again.
born just to seal an
And
infection
from
to
here,
save the kingdom, what kind of
we
a
can
person
start working
kills
on
that
some
many
of the
kids?
other objectives that we're going to need to get
That's
in order
not-
to complete the game.
That's not
So first off,
anybody with real
We're going
emotion,
to go ahead and
if I
head
can
up
say anything.
and
Really.
take care of Lurian.
Also, I just realized, I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, the last kid that
Which of
the
course
Pale
means we're gonna
King
be
actually
having the
had
Watcher Knights fight,
was
which
was
for
the
anyone
Hollow Knight.
who's been here in our casual
I mean,
may
not
appreciate
us.
that the Watcher Knights are not an easy
Because
fight.
we're, well,
But we do have D-Dark, and
probably
D-Dark,
the last one that, like,
as well as Shriek, help quite a bit.
I don't
in
know.
this fight.
That's like lore stuff that I would need to look into. Oh,
Grab a
you need
little bit
both.
of quick soul with Dream Welder.
Alright, Watcher Knights. Let's see. 20 started at 22? See how fast it goes.
And here we do a mixture of Shrieks and D-Darks.
Yep. Yep.
This one's the tricky one because they start a little bit spread out, but we're able to position them well enough that we can still kind of mix these Shrieks and D-Darks.
Blew them both away. Okay. So it was at 22. That was like less than 30. That was like 30 seconds. Oh man, I struggled with Watcher Knights for quite a bit, but my gosh. Alright, so first of the Dreamers, we do Watcher Knights.
So now we make our way up.
This
and
is
take care of Lurian.
Lurian, yeah. Then we got Hera
Climbing a very
and
long elevator.
Monomon. Those are the two. Dink, 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 dink. Smack 'em. Suck 'em.
And then here,
Breathe
we can
him.
do an early quit out in this patch. And the quit out lets us get control early while coming back in. This is taking advantage of the timer stopping during loading. And then drinking out immediately.
I get it. I was actually curious about that. I didn't realize it, but every time they went into
So now
like
we're gonna
a
head back.
loading zone, the timer would stop. I didn't realize that was specifically for in-game time. That is actually good to know. I did not know
And
that.
the reason we're doing this is because the next
I always
place
thought it
we're
was like
gonna
just
go
something they put
is
into the
Dirt.
game to measure just
And
how it
since
is.
we
But
can't
no,
take
that's just how the
stacks,
timer works.
fastest way
Huh.
is to make it up to the resting
Okay.
ground stack, the one that we can use. But thankfully, we've opened up this shortcut, and so we can go through crypts.
Okay. But wait. If we're going through here... What? Wait. Huh? Oh, that's right! You don't even need to pay for this one. You just get it by hitting the lever. Wow, that is a... Wow!
Next stop is going to
I
be
completely
Mon.
forgot about that. I thought we were never going to even use a single stack
go
station
for
this
Fog
entire
Canyon.
game, but no, I guess I was wrong.
We'll make our way down,
Making our way
and then once
downtown.
we finish Monomon, we'll do the regular circuit through Queen's Gardens.
Alright, so now it's going for Hera. This... Okay, this is... I know this is beyond real human capabilities right now. It's absolutely astonishing. Oh no, we're going Monomon first. That's right, okay. Yeah. Going Monomon first. Which apparently you can just dash with, and then Monarch Wings to jump over it. I did not know that, but good to know. Just absolutely
And an
annihilate
excellent
all
cheeky
those
explosion
jellies.
dodge there.
Poor
And then
guys.
We're gonna set a Dreamgate. Very important to remember.
Actually, now that I think about it.
And on the way to Monomon.
Jellyfish in a bug game. You know, I didn't think about this for a little bit, but why are there jellyfish?
It's a fun WCS
You know,
series.
just why? Unless it's supposed to be some other kind of bug I'm not aware of.
And then we're gonna grab some
And that's
soul.
like another thing.
And start
In
the fight.
in Silksong, you have like bats. No, not bats. Ravens and mice, or some kind of creatures like that, which aren't bugs. It's like really,
Who, of course, is everyone's favorite boss.
really defining the line.
Just a- thankfully we've got Shriek, and Shriek is gonna let us go one cycle.
Yeah, this is gonna be real fast.
We have to chase a little to get there, but not a big deal.
Yep. Yep. So the next time I decide to play Hollow Knight, I'm gonna go for max upgrades first, and then go for the bosses. That's what I'm gonna do. That's how you properly do this. Apparently, you gotta get all the bosses, and then you're good. Hello, Quarrel. And that's like another thing about this game. What does Silksong have? It's got all these characters, all these wonderful things, but
we haven't had much Geo for a while, but we're going to have some coming up very soon.
I would assume.
In Queen's Gardens.
Yeah, but in this game, it's like
Queen's Gardens has a couple of very spicy Geo moments.
Which one do you prefer? A kingdom that is devoid of life that makes you appreciate the life that you can find, or do you like Silksong more because there is more life in it and you actually have more people? I'd probably say Silksong, but Hollow Knight definitely makes you appreciate what you can find a lot more. And I didn't make mention of it, but yeah, there's the Dreamgate.
Sorry, Grub,
right
we
there.
can't save you.
Oh,
A little bit too far out of the way.
dude.
So now we're gonna do QGA.
Dude is like, he actually cares about the grubs. He saved the one grub. He heard the one grub in the one room. He couldn't do anything about it. That guy, he's a saint. I'm just gonna say it now. He actually cares. He cares about the grubs. We all care about the grubs.
Ultimately, we want to get ready for the Petra's Arena, which means we need a little bit
Dude
of
almost
soul,
died
which
right there.
thankfully we can
That
get
thing was
right
like
there.
right by him. That one little
That
shoot
was
from the
Dream Nail, which
hedgehogs.
basically you can dream nail while you're falling off a ledge.
Which I guess that's like,
to dodge the Geo. We take a damage tank there, which allows us to just barely dodge that Geo and get to the wall. And here we get to dodge the Geo through this.
oh, I love
Now,
seeing it.
normally
I
you
love
would do a
seeing it.
hazard
It's
respawn,
so funny to me.
But the
Just
way the hazard respawn works, there's just no way to dodge the Geo. You end up being out of control for way too long, and it warps you far enough away that the Geo just homes directly into you. So it's unfortunate, but we have to take the long way around there.
I mean, you can take the hits. I mean, you can afford to take the hit. It's fine. It just makes you stronger. But I guess like when it comes to characters and stuff.
And we're gonna set a Dreamgate
Oh,
here.
another Dreamgate.
Now, normally, what you would do is you would buy the toll bench, and you would set a Dreamgate after this arena. So
Oh,
here,
no,
there's
this
another
area.
arena where we're gonna
This
be
area
dodging
sucked a
Geo
bit.
that's constantly accumulating.
Yeah, these areas would definitely make it
While fighting the
impossible for a
enemies as
person.
efficiently as we can.
It's too many micro
This,
movements.
I think, is one of my favorite segments for the Geo dodging. It took quite a while to find a good path through here that was still reasonably efficient while dodging all this Geo.
Yeah, because I'm assuming he went through so many like inputs to see
So
what
we
would
spent
work.
some time kind of corralling it and getting the Geo to be moving in one direction.
One
And that's very
direction?
important
The
because
reference?
unless the Geos all
The songs?
moving together, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, look at that.
to
That's a Lumafly
move
lantern.
around because
That
you're
is a
constantly having to
Lumafly
dodge
lantern. Look at that.
different
That
directions.
is. That's
Once you
beautiful.
get it in one
And
tight
it's gone.
wall following you, it's a lot easier to manage. So normally we would have set a Dreamgate there to do Marmu later, but we're not going to do Marmu. That's why we took some essence from a tree earlier, just
Okay,
so we can avoid
okay.
that fight. The frogs are manageable.
I actually
for
wonder,
tasks, but
am I
it
too
takes
loud
a
or am I
while,
too
and
soft?
because we
Sometimes I
couldn't
can't
get
tell
that,
because my
toll
speaker doesn't,
bench,
my mic doesn't.
There would have been a fair amount of backtracking.
Yeah. Do you guys think I talk too
Now,
much?
here
Maybe I
we
do
get
talk
to
too
the
much.
trigger word
I probably
fight,
do.
Which also has some fun shit, because on this patch, those Mantises drop Geo.
Ooh.
And that means, yep, we get to dodge Geo while we're fighting. Including for the entire duration of the actual Trader Lord fight. However,
Trader Lord.
is
Yeah,
stronger
that
than
guy
the
was a
Smash.
real
We did
pain
do a
having to
cheeky
fight him the
little,
first time.
Scream skips there. But thankfully he doesn't take too long to kill.
Doesn't take too long to kill. That was like 5 seconds.
And now all we have to do is set up an orbit, and then set up the right phase, and C-dash out. And just like that, we've got our first fragment here.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You can
Can't
see
do the
way we have
radiance
to kinda
fight until we get the
combine
fragments.
the GEO as it comes in.
And
Here we have to set up that shriek, which means we have to set up mid-air orbits. There's a lot of tricky things that go on there to make sure that the orbits are stable while we're shrieking. In general, that's the most challenging part, is arranging the spells in such a way that we can still cast them without getting hit by GEO.
Wait a minute. Where's the last one?
So now we're going to make our way through Deep Nest, which, because we don't have
I know
lanterns,
I got it. Wait.
there's going to be a lot of darkness here. I apologize for that, because it's very difficult to see what's happening.
Just get some Lumify. Just get some Geos going. You'll get your lantern soon.
You're not missing too much.
But where's the other fragment? I know. I remember.
Now we're setting
I remember getting it.
because
I just don't remember where.
Need to go through Galleon and Trampass later.
Was it Pale? Was
We're
it?
gonna do Hera
Was it?
first.
Was it Dwight?
Normally you do
Dwight
the other order because you're going to take the station out of there. But because we can't use the stag station, that requires us to get it on the way out. So we're going to go and get Hera.
Okay, let's go get Hera,
Because we have wings, we can skip all of Beast 10.
Oh, you're not gonna... Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that is...
And since we have Shape Cloak, we can also skip this to out.
Oh! I will set up all these spiders as my guards to protect me while I sleep.
And
there we go.
This is the last of the dreamers. So after this, we just need to
actually,
get
now
soul
that I'm in Silk
to
Song,
get the
I don't think I've
Electric
seen... I don't know, have I...
Get the last fragment.
Hera
and then
does not
finish
look
up the
like
game.
any spiders I know of in the game. But... Did Hera come from Varloom?
So
Like, there's
we
gonna be,
can't
like, so much
Dreamgate
lore stuff
directly out of this room,
that I
for
just
whatever
do
reason
not
they
know.
decided that you
I
should
really
be
do
able
not
to
know.
Dreamgate out of Beast 10.
Actually, haven't seen any of
we
these
can make our
types
way
of
out
spiders
first.
yet. I wonder if there are
then
actually
we
some of
can
these
Dreamgate out.
spiders.
Now, here, we're going to be grabbing another essence tree, which for
Okay.
humans will be pretty spicy, because this entire room is in the dark.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
not a problem for TAS. Sadly, you can't really see all the fun WCS and stuff we're going to do here. But
Okay.
you can get a rough idea of what's happening.
But why do you need it? I don't remember. Can't remember why. Why do you need it? What's the point of getting it? I know that you can get stuff from the moth
We had
lady,
to do a pogo to get up there, and
but
then we can
why do you?
WCS through this
But
section
why?
and quickly grab all the essence.
I
over
know
there.
I missed it. I know I missed
Now we
something.
have exactly
I know
the
he
essence
said
we
it
need.
somewhere, and I just wasn't paying attention because I couldn't
finish our
keep my
remaining
big
dream
mouth
game.
shut.
Which, speaking of, we're going to set one right there.
Eh.
Because we're going to do Galleon now, and then we're going to grab Trampass.
Galleon.
Grab a little bit of soul off the spiders. And then
Sure.
Galleon.
Yeah.
Galleon is a bit of a pushover since we have Nail Zero
Well-
and we have Shriek.
Yeah. It's a bit of a pushover, because we got Shriek.
Bye, Galleon.
Yeah, that is quite impressive, actually. I actually did die, I think, a couple times versus Galleon, but then again, I didn't have a big Shriek. So yeah. But why though? I don't
So there's some fun
understand
WCS
it.
through
I
here.
don't
You
understand
might notice
it.
that kind of
Sorry,
weird little
I yawned
quadruple
right there,
jump.
but yeah.
Lots of fun things you can do with WCS. And
Sure.
that's Trampass.
Grand pass.
So now we're going to Dreamgate out.
Wow.
Normally you do a save and quit to something like the Hot Springs bench, but that would have required more backtracking, so might as well just use the Dreamgate.
Sure. Oh, yawning a bit. It's late. I need to actually get through this. Man, how does anybody even
We're
come
gonna
up with
pass
this
directly
idea in the
through here.
first place? How does anybody think
And
of a
here,
game
we're
with
gonna take a
so
little
much
detour.
in it like this? Like the creators
we're gonna
of
grab
Team
Sharp
Cherry, they are like beyond.
I'm not sure if this
They're
really
beyond me.
saves time,
Absolutely
but it's
crazy.
fun to go for.
How
You might notice
good
here that the spikes
of a
are
game.
not real. Spikes are a lie.
Spikes are what? I'm sorry. What?
And we get Sharp Shadow. Now you might be wondering, why are we getting Sharp Shadow?
Sure.
Well,
yeah, I'm wondering.
Sharp Shadow increases your dash speed when you do it.
It does extend it a little.
In fact.
It does extend it.
WCS retains dash speed while it is in the clinging state.
Huh.
So you can get quite a bit of speed with WCS Sharp Shadow.
Okay. Sure.
And we're going to equip that right away.
We're getting rid of spell
for this segment because we're not going to be fighting much.
No, I wouldn't assume you are. Got all the dreamers.
And we're heading all the way to Kingdom's Edge.
Kingdom's Edge.
This is because
it is there. It is there. So the other fragment is actually in White Palace, right? Pretty sure, right? Pretty sure that is.
So
I'm just trying to remember everything.
There goes quite a distance.
Right?
The vertical movement here is pretty fun. Using the insta-wings and the frame-perfect wall jumps, we just kind of make our way up through there pretty easily.
Yep, just...
we're able to line up a C-dash that makes it through all the bees, thanks to RNG manipulation.
Sure.
And here we're going to send a Dreamgate, because we're going to be heading up from there after we finish off Markos.
Oh, we're going for Morkov. Wait, was I wrong?
So,
am I wrong? Is it not in White Palace?
Take advantage of that Sharp Shadow WCS to quickly pass through there.
But why do we need all this essence? Unless that's like some kind of a prerequisite.
And here we get to do the Markov.
You gotta kill all these guys. And Markov, he's a tricky guy.
Again, because we have Shriek and we have Nail Zero.
Unless you have Shriek, where it just doesn't kind of matter. You just kill. Yeah. Unlike somebody who didn't go get Shriek beforehand and just
since we need
try to do it with just a nail.
We need to get back to resting grounds.
Yeah, which by the way, all my Hollow Knight streams, or at least all the ones I've been doing up to the point of completing up to 112%, are being worked on right now. I have a good friend who's actually helping with that.
Fun little WCS here.
I do appreciate him a lot, actually. So
technically there was some GEO there, but we need to run before it can catch us. Once again,
why are we here again?
You see this room quite a lot in this TAS. But now we have Sharp Shadow, so it's even quicker.
Sure, yeah. Why are we here again? Sorry? I'm sorry. I might have skipped over something here. Why are we here?
And as before, we're going to head through Crypts. Although this time, again, we have Sharp Shadow.
Sure.
Which does zoom.
I mean, maybe I just don't say anything. Maybe I just
there in order to retain the WCS.
Oh, we're just going back this way.
Okay.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Too far.
Sorry, I like to ask questions a lot. Okay.
And we're gonna need that later when we want to finally head to THK and Radiance.
Okay.
So we set it up now.
So that's the final one. Then. That's the final one.
We thought ahead, and our bench is actually going to be at the tram.
Okay.
Which is very convenient because we need to head down to
the Awakened Dream Nail. That's why. Oh my gosh. I've completely forgotten about that. I forgot you actually needed that. Holy crap. I need to play Hollow Knight again. That's what I gotta do. I just gotta play it again.
Gonna take the tram to
just
Mason.
Go for... Oh my gosh, there's so many things in this game. There's so much that even if you play it multiple times, in my case, yeah, I just forget. You just forget. So being able to watch like these types of replays and stuff, it like helps remind you of like, oh yeah, that's right.
It's a fun little pogo into it.
But again, as I'm pretty sure White Palace has the other fragment, right? I'm pretty sure that's the case.
And now we get to do White Palace.
Yes.
So
okay. So like it's coming back a little bit. It's coming back.
Here are taken directly from the true ending TAS of White Palace by Constructive Cynicism.
King's Mold.
A lot of work to find good optimal strats through here, and so I decided to take advantage of that.
But Path of Pain isn't actually
necessary. You're going to see some more advanced
kind of a nice thing, I think.
I've been using for most of
but
the
I think watching a TAS of the Path of Pain stuff is actually
here.
Cool. I mean, I've watched Fireborn's thing with all the Aspids chasing, which is really cool. I thought that was like absolutely bizarre. That was also when I was like first really playing Hollow Knight too.
It's pretty tricky. But here, we're going to be doing things...
Are there spikes there in the clouds I just can't see? I guess. Sure.
The fact that we can quadruple jump is a little bit overpowered. But we're going to leverage...
Is walking storage something you can still do? No, I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it got patched out, right? I'm certain it got patched out in an update. I'm fairly certain it did. Oh, we just killed those guys. Oh, wait, no, never mind. We just killed all those guys. All right, no, this is actually no. We're still doing.
Have a fun little WCS.
I mean, this is like half a thing.
Under all of this, and you can pogo off the clouds. Do another quadruple jump up through here, bounce off those, bounce off that, up through the room.
You can
nice and
do the clouds.
We do have to wait a little bit on this cycle, but because we're doing WCS, it's still pretty fast.
I know it's a TAS.
We make it down.
I know it is.
Head across.
But this is absolutely beyond
cyclone, but we can still do an
what a normal person can do.
Another WCS here.
I know it is because this is a TAS. I know it's impossible. But the day somebody can do that, I will move to Japan or something. I don't know. That is absolute.
Zoom.
I should have just watched a TAS of all of White Palace. I should have just done that. I mean, this is absolutely bizarre. But it's so cool to watch.
And here we get to skip the entire room. Humans do this as well. It's actually a pretty easy skip.
Would have been nice to know. Would have been very nice to know.
And we can take the shortcut since we have dive.
And there's a shortcut.
And that's right, atrium.
Yep, there's still more I need to explore about this game. Holy crap. I just need to do like a whole guide, play through this game with somebody going through everything, like everything. Like the only things I've been able to...
stowing through here.
Yep.
Some fun climbs.
Okay, I knew about this. I knew about that one. I did know that.
We can skip quite a bit.
Yeah, I did know about that too, yeah. Like, there are some that you just find naturally when you do this. Like, you're like, can I do that? I'm gonna find out. And then you do it, and you're like, oh!
A spike tunnel there, because we needed to save our soul for that.
Huh? Okay, sure.
Watch CC's TAS if you want to see some other fun strats, like a spike tunnel motion through there.
Oh. Just the guys just getting absolutely punched through with this guy through Crystal Dash. Just that does put a smile on my face.
Where you can actually wall cling storage around, so that you don't have to go all the way around there.
So wall cling storage makes it so you just don't even have to touch anything. It just doesn't register it.
And then the rest of this is all pretty straightforward. Lots of insta wings. Take advantage of sharp shadows, we can go directly to it.
It is here. Yeah. And then we get it.
And there we go. The second fragment.
I was right. I just trying to remember. So now we're gonna go down all the way to. Gotta go all the way down into the abyss.
So now we need to equip Kingdom, because we're gonna need to get Void Heart.
Yeah, gotta get the Void Heart, equip it, and go down. Oh, we're over charming again, aren't we?
Station. But there is a bench there, which we need.
We're over charming, but we're not taking off. Wait, why not just?
Because we've already overcharmed. That's pretty fast.
But doesn't the why not just go straight over to it to overcharm it? It just increases like your damage by what, 2? It just puts it up to like the double,
this is
right?
one I found from Valley.
So why?
And it's a nice, just triple abyss inventory drop.
Yep.
Drops right on there.
Abyss. Go down.
We do a bunch of inventory drops through here.
Yep.
Now there is going to be a funny little glitch here.
Yeah.
Where we're
This
go
part was always
gate.
it was pretty disturbing.
Yes, through a shake gate.
Coming through like
ridiculous amount of motion. I don't know if you saw it. It was only a couple frames, but you get accelerated to 3 times C- speed almost, which is nuts.
3 times C- speed seems a little bit too overkill.
So now we are going to do the climb. The climb is very fun. Again, this is actually based off of something that
this was
Constructive Cynicism did.
I would say this is actually one of my favorite parts of the game too, where it like really solidified
and it's a joy to watch.
Where you came from.
Just insta-wings everywhere.
We're gonna get to the top before all the dialogue finishes. What happens then?
And that's it.
And that's it? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's it, guys.
I'm pretty sure the Hollow Knight was cheating to get up there first.
Nah, dude had his own Dreamgate. He teleported up there. That's what he did. But this was like... This is by far probably one of my favorite parts of the game. Like, out of everything, that was like probably one of my favorite parts of the game. Just that instance of like... Oh. That's what happened.
And now... we've got our Dreamgate, which we conveniently set outside the resting ground stag.
Which works.
This is going to let us get to Dirtmouth pretty quickly.
And now we're just over charming.
Okay. It's going to be useful for these fights.
Yeah. Stag. There's the beetle. Yeah, but there's still a lot of things that have yet to be explained in this too.
We do have D-Dark and
in Hollow Knight and in Silksong, I know there are going to be a lot of things unexplained.
But it's still going to be pretty quick. Shriek
pretty quick.
Does 80 damage without shamans, which is a respectable amount.
Hello, Hornet. Like, there's still so many things that have yet to actually be explained, and I think that's okay, you know? That there are some things that are pretty ambiguously not said that allows people to actually like think like, oh, and interpret what they think something means.
Facing the correct direction, the direction of travel of the shriek damage also changes. Which means that when THK is doing his parry, you can actually hit from behind, regardless of which direction you are relative to THK. By facing the correct direction for the shriek.
Sure. I got all that. I got all that.
Into nice times to deal damage.
Using the Abyss Shriek because that does the maximum amount of damage. Makes sense.
And there.
And apparently it doesn't counter spells.
And then
good to know.
We do a nice D-Dark into Scream Cancel. Being able to skip the Scream saves a lot of time. And then that's it. We just have to wait for Hornet to show up.
30 seconds, I think, was that? Yeah. Maybe less. Get good.
Now the radiance is going to take a little bit longer.
Oh my gosh. This moment is
radiance just has a lot of health. But
we're going to fight the sun. I was absolutely dumbfounded when facing this thing. I don't know what... I know it says the radiance, but the fact that it just shows that, like, two symbols. That's a power move. No, that is a power move. I think that's what makes, like, a lot of other languages letters, when you don't need a lot to say something.
Makes it pretty easy to position
it's kind of
next hit. I did a little manip here to try to get good teleports where I could, but I didn't hyper-optimize this.
You didn't hyper-optimize? Well, hyper-optimize, but I do think you super-optimized it. Because, holy crap, man. It's absolutely bizarre.
Dive there.
The fact that somebody can actually do this.
And then
the idea that somebody could even attempt this is beyond any person. And there's the thing though, we've reached this point.
TAS does the climb pretty fast.
GEO is no longer an issue. GEO is no longer an issue.
That is it.
And that's it.
I'd like to thank everyone for watching. I'm happy to bring this very interesting and unique TAS to you.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun making this. If anyone is interested in supporting the channel, certainly like and subscribe. But I've also enabled a membership feature that YouTube recently added, so feel free if you'd like to support the channel to contribute there. Even if it's just for a month to hang around for a bit. Anybody who does subscribe will get early access to new videos, anything new that I create. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you everyone once again.
Hey, it was a good video. It's a very good
GEO
video.
True ending with Gathering Swarm.
Except we didn't get the mushroom guy in here. So is it really true ending? I don't know. But for real, very good video. Absolutely crazy what you can do, and obviously go and check out this guy. It's absolutely nuts that somebody actually has the time and patience to do this. But yeah, that is my reaction to TAS 0 GEO versus the Swarm, a video done by Jarlyk. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to do maybe a couple more reacts, but I'll be doing other things first anyways. Either way, I'll see you on the next one. So until next time, guys, take care.